you say to him watching, who is seeing the person he has loved going through that phase of life? What would you tell that person in order for them to understand what their partners are going through? What would you say to them?
I always say, and I said I would say a little bit about the men when they get to that stage too. Also, the men is from 50 to whenever. And as I said in the beginning, these age brackets are not boxed in. They are not complete. Someone can have it outside either before or after. But the thing is, when men are going through, they want to prove something. So maybe you are there with your partner, all of a sudden they want to be driving some car that the family's finances are not even up to the tire of that car. They want to prove, when they get to their andropause state, they want to prove things. They want to tell the world that they are not aging. They are young. So that is when they will leave their wife and go and get some small school going at somebody. And then they will be sponsoring them through school. Meanwhile, they need to be keeping money for when they go on pension to enjoy themselves and go, globe trotting and enjoying themselves. So they will be wearing things that they didn't have interest in them before, but now they are wearing skin tight jeans. They want to relive their youth. That is some of the symptoms for some of the men. And when you speak to them, they will not listen. They're going through that. They call it midlife crisis in brackets. So their menopause is midlife crisis for them. Now, with anyone going through any of these things, if you don't share, if you are not able to talk, or if you are surprised to talk, then nobody will know. If you don't tell, if I don't come and tell you, if I didn't say on the platform that I'm still having it, but I'm looking forward to when it will stop, because I feel I've paid my dues. So I should have some rest. I should save my sanitary money for pension and all of that. If I don't say it, you wouldn't know. You might think because I'm 50 plus, I might have gone through it, but I haven't. And so for the first step for you today is to be comfortable to speak. And I stress on the fact that speak to someone you feel you can confide in, because one thing you don't want, for me, I said it on the platform, and it's going to be on Facebook and everywhere, so everyone will know my age, and I'm not ashamed, because I feel I look cute for my age, so yes, I like to say them. But some people don't want their issues going out. And as a matter of fact, when I come to you, Sue, and I speak to you, unless I give you permission, you are not to discuss it. Even with your husband, you are not. And that should be the standard for every one of us that are in certain professions, as the health profession, and even as my side thing as a mentor. Mentoring young ladies and mentoring. You shouldn't discuss people's issue with other people. And that there might be some of the difficulties people are having to share things with other people. And so they tend to keep quiet and suffer in silence. But if you're a man and your wife is going through this and they have come out, they are open to speak to you, don't stigmatize them. Don't say, I am menopause. And you are free, you are okay to speak to everyone around you, your friends' husbands, your friends' wives. Oh, my wife is going through menopause. It is a business. Unless she tells it, you don't have, even as a husband, it's not you going through. You are there, as you said, your vows in good health and in bad health. And if this is causing her bad health, these are some of the moments you have to stand by her and not make her feel so low and so bad and so old, more than you are, because her symptoms are showing. You think you are older, or she's older, but you might not be having the symptoms of andropause, and that's why you are not, doing certain things that will see you are going crazy. And so conversation. You have to be able to communicate to your closest person, either that person is a husband or a friend, as I said earlier before, for those who don't have husbands or wives. Whatever you're going through, make sure you have someone you can confide in and say, this is what I'm going through these days, and I feel this might be it. So I'm going to go to my doctor, but I feel I need people around me to be positive, to egg me on, to tell me to see the right people at the right time and all of that. So my advice to that person whose partner is going through any difficult time is have an ear to listen. Just listen. Some of them, once you listen, the issue is half solved. Some of them, you don't have to do anything extra. You just have to